Okay guys, something different for today's video. I'm gonna go ahead and show you. I'm gonna go ahead and get the oil change done. I got a 5-gallon jug of Mobil 1 Delvac 15W40 for the truck and a new filter. I've already went underneath, came down underneath here and got the oil draining. You can see a little stream of it running. I've already had it draining for a little bit, so just show exactly how easy it is. You can see I still have the tires on the ground. You don't even have to lift this truck to be able to do an oil change, so you just go ahead and slide underneath, remove your drain plug. It's kind of hard to do with one hand and look at the camera at the same time, but I already got the drain plug removed. The drain plug's right down here. Got the drain plug removed, and I already went ahead and popped the hole in the oil filter with a drill bit. That way when you go to take the oil filter off, you're not spilling oil over yourself. You just go ahead and get you a piece of paper towel after it's done draining. Grab that old oil filter and take it off. And I only do this once a year, and you can tell that filter's pretty nasty. This was put on around this time last year. If I drive the truck more, I'll do the oil change more often, but this year I only drove about 4,300 miles. And this truck takes 14 quarts of oil. I'll show you that when we get there. So that's it. You just go ahead and take the filter off, and I'm gonna go grab the new filter. I'm gonna pre-fill the new filter and put it on, and I'll show you. And I will show myself doing that here in a moment. Yeah, it's really easy oil change. It doesn't take a whole lot of time. So we're gonna go ahead and I'm gonna get you set up on a tripod so that I can go ahead and knock the oil change out real quick, and I'll come talk to you in a second as soon as I got something else to tell you. Okay guys, so I got a little bit of leftover Delvac oil from last year that I'm going to go ahead and use to pre-fill my filter. And this just makes it so you don't have to, try not to spill a full 5-gallon jug everywhere. And this is a lot lighter than the full jug. We're just going to go ahead and pour directly into the filter. Pretty much full. And some manufacturers recommend that you don't pre-fill the filter because you could put debris into the filter, they say. Some don't care. Some say to pre-fill them. I'm just in the camp of, if the filter is standing up, vertically, and I can pre-fill it, I just do. I'm probably wrong. There's probably some engineer somewhere that could explain why you shouldn't do it this way. But I've never had a problem, so this is how I do it. I'm gonna go ahead, I got the filter pre-filled. Take a little bit and put it on the outside of the O-ring. Take it out the box, and we are using a Fram filter this time around because the Walmart closest to me is actually kind of ghetto, and I couldn't find the Motorcraft filter where the box wasn't already busted open. Like somebody had already ripped it open and looked at it for some reason. So I just went ahead and went with the Fram filter that, you know, wasn't already busted open. There's the only one on the shelf that wasn't, so that's what we're going with this time. But I've used these Fram filters before in the past and not had any problems, so I trust it. Okay guys, I'll go ahead and show you underneath real quick. Sorry I sat you on the tripod instead of just going ahead and showing you. But you can see I went ahead and got the old filter out. I already put the drain plug back in and tightened it. So you can get down here. Get down here and you can see the drain plug's back on. And the new oil filter I just installed is right there. Now it looks good. I'm gonna go ahead and make sure it's tight. And it is. You don't have to put these on super, you know, Hulk tight. Just tight enough. I got it tight. And my drain plug, I'm just gonna go ahead and give it a good wipe and get all that residual oil off the bottom of the pan. It's kind of hard to do this and hold the camera at the same time, so I was shaking around. But there we go. Get the pan cleaned up somewhat, so I can tell if it's leaking when I put the oil in. But that's it. I mean, this is a 19 millimeter for the drain plug, so I just use a 19 to loosen this up and tighten it back down. I already tightened it back down, so we're good to go. Drain plug's already tight. I'll go ahead and give it a little bit of a check. You can see it's tight. I already tightened it. I don't sit here and wrench on it as hard as I can. I just get it. I get my hand close to the top of the ratchet and just get it as tight as I can do with just turning my hand like this. I don't even try to like give it a good, you know, tug on it, because there's no need for all that. It's just a plug. You don't gotta send it to God, you know. And make sure our filter's still tight. And this is just our little check real quick. Take it and just your hand on there. It's tight. that's good. You don't gotta grab any tools. You already smashed the gasket. You're good. So we're gonna go ahead and get back on top, and I'm gonna get some oil going inside. Okay, I already got the lid on this 5-gallon bucket open, so I can go ahead and start pouring. This is the difficult part of the oil change, because most of the time we do an oil change, you're only dealing with a gallon or two of oil. This oil change, you're dealing with, 5 gallons of oil, and it's a lot more. It's a lot more. So you got to be kind of careful when you pick this up, so that you don't spill it everywhere. Wow, that sucks. I'm gonna go ahead and get this finished, and I'll get back to you. I'll unpause the video and let you guys see me check the oil level. But I don't want to make this too long, so you guys have to keep hearing it chug, that type of deal. But I'll be back to you in a couple seconds. Okay, guys. So as you may assume, from the looks, I made a little bit of a mess when I was pouring in the oil. Not that much of a mess like I thought I would. It did spill on top of the new one, and the reason is because if you look on top, it doesn't have a vent hole, where this old jug had a vent hole. So that's what prevents the fluid from making that chugging noise when you're pouring it in. And what you could do is just stab a hole in it, but I didn't do that. So to clean it up a little bit, I'm just gonna take a can of brake clean. Give it a good spray. I'm gonna get on top and I'm gonna clean it up myself real quick. Just take a quick paper towel, wipe the oil off. Hi everybody. Yeah, it don't take much, guys. I'm not doing anything special. That's why I didn't get you real close so you can see me wipe it off. Literally just wiping the oil off. It's that easy. Not much to it. None of it spilled on the exhaust, so I'm not worried about it. We're gonna go ahead and check our oil level. I already took a look at it. You guys can see the oil level's a little bit above the hatch mark. I mean, it's not even to the O on the stick. So I would say that it's still fine. I did technically overfilled it just a little bit, but that's not a big deal. And the reason why it's not a big deal is because the oil filter isn't actually all the way full yet. So once we crank the engine over, the oil filter will fill up the rest of the way, and along with the top of the engine, and that our oil level will actually drop a little bit, and it'll put it in the right range, and we won't have any problem. We won't have any problem with windage or anything like that on the bottom of the engine. So I'm not even worried. Yeah, we're absolutely fine. We got plenty of oil in this thing. So what I would say, just go ahead and we're to the point where we can just go ahead and run it. But this is going to be all for this video because I got a couple other things I need to do to the truck. And so go ahead and reiterate. We went ahead and did our oil change for the year on the truck with our 5-gallon jug of Mobil 1 Delvac. We only put 4,300 miles on the truck last year, so we didn't really need to do an oil change yet until we hit 5,000. But 700 miles isn't that big of a deal, so we'll go ahead and do the oil change early. So we replaced our filter. We got a new filter. We got new oil in the truck, and we're good to go. So we put about 13.9 quarts in, which is what it called for. We probably put a little bit more than that, but that's okay. As I already stated, if this video helped anybody, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video.